Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of November 1st to November 7th. So this week we start off the week as the moon is losing light. We are moving towards a new moon in Scorpio on the 4th, which is Thursday. So this kind of feeling like we're not going to feel very energized. We're going to feel actually very kind of depleted, maybe tired. And there's an aspect coming in on Tuesday that's going to help that along a little bit. But we start off the week Monday with Mercury trine to Jupiter. Now, trines are one of the most harmonious aspects in the astrology. Mercury is our mind, the way we communicate, our thought processing, our coordination, our connections with other people, relationships, our neighborhoods, short distance trips, that kind of thing, lots of things. And Jupiter is optimism, luck, expansion, all the things lovely. So that Jupiter is in Aquarius, which is about community, humanity, our kind of togetherness, and elevating concepts that are kind of the mundane. It's quite an intelligent sign. And Mercury is in Libra, wanting to find balance and harmony with ourselves and others. So these two things are really about great conversation, deep connections, great big ideas that, really luck, optimism. This is a really lovely energy to have at this time. So this might be inspiring you. This could be creativity. This could be awesome conversation or being able to have the gift of gab or speaking well, articulating yourself. These are going to be awesome ideas coming out on this day. So if you're brainstorming or looking for ideas, Monday is a great day to kind of put that into your calendar. Now, Tuesday. There is a square to Pluto. So it's Mercury square to Pluto. And this square is going to be an aspect for some time, likely for the whole week, even spanning into last week. And Mercury is our mind again, as I mentioned. A square is a crisis, difficult to integrate, kind of challenging. And Pluto is the shadow. It's nice and light. It's the shadow. It is death, rebirth, transformation. It rules Scorpio, and we are in Scorpio season. So this is an aspect that's asking you to investigate your feelings, and not feelings because the moon is feelings, but this is more investigate why you believe what you believe to be true. Why do you feel like you can't get what you want to get? Where do you feel like something is holding you back? Pluto can feel very like there's a block, there's an obstacle in your path. And I want to just invite you to understand that everything is right timing you. Like, I want you to think of it as like when you hit a red light, that is actually slowing you down, that maybe you miss an accident, right? It is right timing you, or you get behind somebody that's like looking for an address. That happened to me yesterday. And then I'm like, maybe he's right timing me. It was a dude. So, think of it that way, that when you kind of hit a roadblock, of course, you're not just going to sit there and go, I guess this is my life now. That's not what I'm encouraging you to do. I'm wanting you to look at, what is this trying to do? Is this trying to right time me? And while you sort out how to get past this block, you are then kind of getting, not only learning the lesson, but you're then back on track with your timing. So this, if you think of it that way, this is a lovely place for deep introspection, research, understanding what is something that's kind of blocking your path. Today can feel like a bit of a roadblock, or even sometime this week. Confronting the shadow, deep, intense thoughts, deep thinking, a challenge to your thinking. So in a positive way, this can be investigating the truth. This can be uncovering more information. Great day to research and dig into things. Not a great day to give a speech. Not a great day to have a deep conversation that you're trying to heal old wounds. It might kind of dig up or trigger people on this day. So maintain an open mind and a curious heart, or a curious mind and an open heart. Curious heart, curious mind, whatever. You know what I mean. On a negative side of things, this could feel like conspiracy theories. This could feel like propaganda. This could feel like people are triggering you. And it's, again, when someone is triggering you, it's your trigger, right? I can't do something to you that you don't allow me to do. Of course, physically, that's a different story. That's, we're not talking about assault here, but this is talking about, like, you can't make me feel anything unless you push a button that's already here, right? So, if you said to me that I'm stupid, I'd be like, I don't believe you. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I don't believe you. But if you said maybe, I'm fat, I'd be like, maybe I've been struggling with the COVID weight. Okay, that could be a thing, but that's my trigger, not yours, right? So again, introspection. Now, Wednesday, November 3rd, Mercury is out of shadow. Mercury is still square to Pluto, unfortunately, but it's out of shadow. It means it's full speed ahead. It is moving ahead now. So even this aspect with Pluto, you came up against it when we were in Mercury shadow, Mercury retrograde, excuse me. And now this is your opportunity to see it for what it is and really bust through this block, really see the opportunity for healing. Where is this trigger? Where's the root that lies within you? You know, why do you believe what you believe to be true? Because it's not real. So as Mercury's out of shadow, this is new territory now for Mercury. We are exploring new ground, learning new things, having great breakthroughs. This is a great time. Now, Thursday, November 4th, we have a new moon in Scorpio. I love Scorpio energy. The collective might not, depending on how your aspects are in your chart. Now, Scorpio is a water sign, and it's the deepest of all water signs. It is fixed water. So, as we know with fixity, it can be stubborn, but it's also very deep, introspective, passionate, intense. Oh, Scorpios, there's a lot of depth to them, right? And they have lots of secrets. You'll never know all the secrets of a Scorpio because they're deep. They're buried in vaults everywhere. They're not inherently trusting. And so the new moon in Scorpio is a lovely time to heal, lovely time to dig up the deep roots, shadows. I would say the dead bodies float up to the top. Now, new moon is a time that we set intentions. And at the time of this new moon, we have 6 planets in fixed signs. There's going to be some stubbornness in the collective, y'all. So, and what stubbornness means is a refusal to move forward or a refusal to acknowledge change or having a really hard time flowing with change. Fixity, great fixity is great for assembly line, getting things done, powering through, willpower. Those are great. Those are staying power, driving forces more cardinal, but fixity is more like they like to do the same thing forever and never have a change, but they like to be really good at that thing. And they like grounded, knowing what's happening. And unfortunately, life isn't like that, right? We all know people that are fixed. Maybe you're a fixed person watching this, that when things change, plans change, you don't flow with change. You have a really hard time with change, right? I have people like that in my life. And the key there is to give them time to adjust, right? So I would just say, I know plans have changed. I'll come back and get you. I've got it all sorted. I'm very mutable in my chart. Mutability allows you to flow and flex with changes. They're problem solvers, crisis management. And then cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, they are cardinal signs. They like to start things. They have energy for starting. They're drivers, they're initiators, they're impulsive, they're leaders. They have this kind of idea that they need to get out into the world and do things with. But then they get bored and then they don't want to see it through. So they're lovely, like the CEOs, where they have a team of people under them that then execute. It's like a renovation. You'll always know what you are when you do a renovation, because you're just like, if you're the type of person, you start the renovation and then you lose steam, you're likely got a lot of cardinality. If you start the renovation, but starting the renovation takes a little bit of time to get going, but once you're in it and you're going and going and going until it finishes, you're probably a fixed personality. And then in the renovation, if you're constantly changing things and coming up with new ideas, and maybe we should do it this way, and potentials all over the place, likely a mutable person. So interesting, when you use a renovation as the example, you'll understand cardinal, fixed, and mutable signs. So fixity is high on this full moon, which means that we can have a hard time dealing with change. Now, what I love the cycles of the new moon and full moon. And I'm thinking of doing new moon and full moon workshops in the coming year so that I can help with kind of locking in where this part of, what this is trying to bring up for you in your life. How do you use law of attraction to pull that in? And then how do you make this stick and understand where this is going in your life? So for example, the intention that you set on this new moon will come to fruition or comes to some culmination or new understanding in or around the full moon in Scorpio on May 16th, 2022. So we can start to plant seeds, and then as we're watering them over this next, the course of the next, 6 months or so until the next full moon, then we can start to see, oh, that we're using the energy of the universe efficiently. Y'all, I do this in my business, and it is so wonderful because I'm not trying to fight things, right? I don't launch things on the dark side of the moon. I'm waiting for the new moon to launch new things because that's when the energy of the moon is increasing. That's what life's about, right? Riding the energy, right? Not sitting at the stop sign or stoplight or behind the person that's trying to find the address and go, screw this shit, why am I doing this? Versus like, this is what's happening. I'm meant to be right timed now. So I'm slowing down and I'm giving myself time to just enjoy the journey because I'm going to get to my end result, whether I'm happy or not. So why not get there with the least amount of bad energy, and just be most efficient. So something to think about at this new moon. So this new moon, the sun and the moon are together at the exact same degree, which is 12 degrees of Scorpio. Yeah, 12 degrees and 40 minutes. And sitting with this moon and sun is Mars this time. Mars energizes, motivates. It's our desire. It's our egoic will. And sitting together in Scorpio, it's desiring intense, not intense, Pluto's intense. It's desiring deep connection. It's desiring deep information. It wants to do things that's interesting, right? Think about Scorpio as talking about like death and all the taboo subjects. Scorpio loves to talk about taboo: sex, politics, death, penises. I mean, it's just, there's nothing that's kind of off the limits with Scorpio. Those are interesting topics. You talk to a Scorpio about the weather, right? You're just going to see them like die a slow death. They're deep. They want deep meaning. And this moon is going to ask for that as well from us. So this is courageous, aligned, deep, introspective action. That's what that is. Now, this is a moon, a watery moon. So you might feel very sensitive. And the records show this is considered a super new moon. So the moon is going to be very close to the earth, closer than normal. And it's not going to be seen. You can't see it because the sun is next to it. So it's kind of dark. It's dark, right? You can't see a new moon. Now, this new moon is also square to Saturn. And a square to Saturn is a challenge to your responsibilities, or you're feeling restricted in some way. So you want this deep connection. You want to have healing, or you desire to have a deeper connection or maybe conversation with somebody, and they're just not able to do it. They just can't meet you where you're at because of their trauma. And so you're feeling very blocked. This can also be restrictions being put into place by government and provinces, cities, that kind of thing. So we could feel restricted in this way. I do feel like they'll probably be bringing in more COVID mandates to try to get bigger uptake of the vaccines. And I actually think around this time we'll likely be seeing more mandates around the third dose because the booster, vaccines, especially to a virus, that's why there's an annual flu shot. It's not the same. The virus is mutating and our immunity is not sustained in that way. So we're going to start to see that more. Whatever you believe on either side of that, whatever, I don't really care. It's more just understanding that there's going to feel a restriction, and that's just an example of one thing. There could be other things in your life as well. And then, this square has been in place this whole year. This is kind of characteristic of 2021, is this Uranus square to Saturn. So Uranus is in Taurus, which is the earth, right? And there's been some earthquakes and some volcanic eruptions around the world. That one in Spain is crazy, wild, amazing. So cool to watch from here, not in Spain directly. And this square to Saturn is bringing up more of these. So I think we'll start to see more because they're not in fire signs, they're in water signs. So that's why we sort of see the fire season has passed now, which is awesome. But this can feel like society. Actually, Saturn sitting in Aquarius. So this can even feel like humanity, responsibility to community. This is a wake-up call, old versus new, and the shadow that it keeps us stuck. So this is kind of bringing up that, in my mind, that whole Texas law that they came and banned abortion. We just kind of stepped back years in women's rights. And so I think during this time, there's going to be some legal challenges, also legal challenges to the mandates that are coming out around the vaccines too. So it'll be interesting to see how that is. I love astrology to understand politics around the world, but then also understand our own, what's happening in our life. Friday, November 5th, we have two planets changing signs, so the energy is going to be shifting. Venus is moving out of fiery, mutable Sagittarius into deep cardinal Earth, Capricorn. So this is an energy of, instead of like ideas and let's look at things and go adventuring, now you're bringing the knowledge you learned in your adventures down into reality to create authority, to create sustainability, to create career, something that's going to last the test of time on this earth and make a difference in this lifetime. Capricorn is about authority figures, patriarchy, government, structures. It's like our teeth, it's our bones, it's our skin, right? It makes us form. It helps us to keep form. So with Venus moving into Capricorn, this is much more serious energy. This is much more grounding energy. This is about how can we use the things that we have to get the things that we want in a tangible way? How can we be responsible for, really truly obtaining what we desire? Venus is what we love and desire, what we, relationships, beauty. So that is kind of, we're going to be looking for more function. And then Mercury is moving out of Libra. So Libra is cardinal. It's ideas, intellect, balancing, harmony, me and you. How do we get along? And it's moving into deep Scorpio now. So we're kind of using that, and we're going deep with our relationship. So this is going to feel like our thoughts and communication are intense, probing, and investigatory. Life is not fair. We seek the truth, profound thoughts, and deep conversations. So we understand that life's not fair, right? Things happen. If you have money, you get into things faster than someone who doesn't have money. That is the way of the world. And so that's not fair. It's not fair at all, right? And good people don't normally, it's good people, I think, still get good things come to them. That's law of attraction. But inherently, this world is not fair, and we work within the rules of this world. That's it. So Saturday, November 6th, we have Mercury sextile to Venus. This is a beautiful aspect. This is fun, loving, deep, long-lasting friendships, connection, deep conversations about overthrowing the patriarchy. I was very creative when I wrote that because Venus is in Capricorn, patriarchy, and Scorpio. Mercury's in Scorpio, which is like deep conversations and how do we get through this, right? So again, I think taboo subjects coming to light. Those are the most fun conversations, aren't they? Right? Like, who wants to talk about the weather or golf? Blah, right? Then Sunday is daylight saving time, and you might not live in a place. If you live in Saskatchewan, there's no daylight saving time. Yay for you! I wish we didn't have it because if you have kids, man, getting that. So we're falling back an hour here in Alberta, or other places in the world as well. And it's always tough, like even an hour, right? I get up at six o'clock for working out. So now I'll be getting up at 5 o'clock for working out. And that hour in the morning, it's hard. So I'm going to send you, I'm just going to give you a little insight. Get yourself grounded the day before. There's a Capricorn moon coming in to help with the next day, which is Monday. So that will kind of make you want to organize your night and your day, get to sleep a little earlier so that Monday morning you can be bright, sunshiny, and awake and not miss any appointments. True story, the day after daylight saving time, there's a lot more accidents and a lot more mistakes and things because people are tired, right? They're tired. That's why I hate daylight saving time. so if you have a different opinion, please do let me know. It's been nothing but a headache, especially having children. So thank you for being here. That is the week. If you have, I'd love to hear your comments about what did you enjoy about this forecast so I can give you more of that, right? I would love that. So thank you for being here. I super appreciate you. Have the most amazing week, surfing the energy with grace and ease because you can. All right. Bye.